So we have like creative brief templates and all this stuff. So we'll have like this. So we'll have a video summary, the video structure, right? Intro, act 1, act 2, act 3, locations. And this looks a lot different now. Location description, location backups, major props. What do they look like? Who are the characters that are in the video? What's the thumbnail inspiration? What's needed for it? What are the must-haves? What does the video need for it to happen, right? Like creatively, if the video doesn't have this, the video sucks. What are major questions that creative has for pre-production? This is built out way differently. Not way differently, but we have like tables in here that we can, because we do it rather than act 1, act 2, act 3, we do it by bits. So we break down the bits. So that's what we'll do in here. So we'll have the creative template in there. Let's see, do they have it? Oh, Google Sheets. So on here, this is amazing. Life hack. If you have like a casting sheet, now we have a casting sheet built out. So
nice.
If they need anyone, they put the role type, the gender, the age, ethnicity, role description, wardrobe, how much time. This is more for us. A reference photo of what everybody looks like, right? Notes. And then once we book them, right, then we have their name, their role, their phone number, the email, all of this stuff. And so creative, which I'm forcing them to do now because it makes our life easier. It makes their life easier because then we don't have to have a bunch of back and forth. They just fill this out for who they want, how many people they want, right? Quantity. Like, okay, I want 4 bodybuilders. So if the role type is bodybuilder, right? And I'll just slowly, I'll build this out quickly. You know, I want it to be a male, right? I want both male and female bodybuilders, right? They need to be 26 to 35.
Yeah.
They need to be whatever, like they can be all, right? I don't care. What are they doing? They are lifting weights, right? And if you're a creative person, be more descriptive than this, please. Helps your production team out. They're lifting weights. Wardrobe, you can get pictures of that. We need them for 6 hours at $125. And then this is what I want them to look like. So then we'd attach a photo of like, I want them to look like Baywatch. And then they need to look intimidating because they are going, they're whatever. So that's like the basic, that's kind of the other template that we have in creative. Okay, but then, so that would go in the creative. And so creative builds that out, right? So once we've all agreed on that, we then now have pre-production. And so in pre-production, there's less templates, I think. What, do we use any templates for pre-production? Meeting template notes, production meeting agenda, production notes template. So in here, I have like all of our contract templates if we need to change things. So audio operator, production assistant, script supervisor, videographer, those are all contracts. We need to get people to sign contracts. So production meeting agenda. Oh, this is basically like what we talk about before the meeting. Or before a shoot. So like we'll fill all this information out, right? So it's like all of this stuff. Like what does creative need to know? Creative updates on things, production notes, right? What's the schedule? What are the expectations? Talent coordination, like where are bathrooms? Where's food? Where's the holding zone? Like how are talent being taken care of? Safety check, are there any safety hazards? Potential bottlenecks. Is there anything that we see coming up being a problem? Going over tech, right? Going over brand stuff, going over when talent needs to arrive. So that means like Airrack and Mac and like the main guy, and then post notes. So like this is just like Mac being like, hey, we need to get this stuff. Like if you don't put a black X, or if you don't put a red X on the ground for me to be able to track for this VFX shot, we're gonna have to do the entire thing over again. So it's like him emphasizing things like that. And so that's kind of like we fill that out. But and then we have the budget in here in pre-production, and that's kind of what our breakdown looks like. So we'll do all that, and then what we'll do is we'll have like a folder for receipts, right? So all receipts are now in that folder. We'll have a folder for schedule, right? So we'll have the master schedule, but then we'll have all of the schedules broken up per group. So like if audio has a different schedule, right? Then like we'll make sure that they get all the information they need. Trying to think if we have any other folders. But like just thinking of like what are the areas that like need to be organized in production, like putting them in there. I can't think of anything else right now without going into like classified folders because we've started getting really, really organized. But it's kind of like it's really just organizing based like that.
If you like this short clip, make sure to check out the full interview right here and subscribe to the channel for more behind the scenes interviews with the people working for your favorite entrepreneurs and creators.